It is August 10th, 2026. Welcome to another episode of the Midday Show with J.R. Bjornson. I believe this is episode 6. Before we jump into our topic of the day, let's head on over to the international calendar and see what interesting days are celebrated on the 10th of August. Well, today is World Lion Day, a day where we celebrate the lion. We learn about its habitats and lions in general, not the lions in in your local community. Although I love the Lions Club. I was a part of it back in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan when I lived there for a while. And it was a time for people with visual impairments to get together and hang out. Today is also National S'mores Day. That's right, National S'mores Day. A great excuse to sit back and enjoy your favorite delicious marshmallow treat. I've never really gone out of my way to enjoy a good s'more, but maybe today's a good day, depending on how much rain is in the forecast, due to the wildfires around British Columbia. Currently, British Columbia is in a state of emergency, so I don't think they're necessarily in the mood for s'mores, as most of their houses have gone away of the s'more, and that's not a joke. But that's my comedy brain in a nutshell. It's just one of those things where I don't know why it came out like that. This is a one-take podcast. No edits. I don't want to edit anything because, I'm just going to be lazy. Because it's also National Lazy Day. The day to unwind and take it easy unless you have a job and your job prevents you from taking it easy. Then hopefully after you get home from work, you enjoy National Lazy Day because, hey, I like being lazy. My lazy day is actually on Sunday, which is, I think, the best lazy day. You know who else are lazy but love to play? Dogs. It's National Spoil Your Dog Day. That's right, a day where you can play fetch, hang out with man's best friend or lady's best friend, whatever you have, and it's always a good time. And it's also International Vlogging Day, a day to celebrate the storyteller. People like yours truly who enjoy picking up a camera and record their day in a nutshell. Did you know I do that over at the Bjornson YouTube channel, youtube.com. You sign up with YouTube and you can find me. It's at Bjornson Videos, which is Bjornson. Stop on by, hit the subscribe button, and I usually upload once in a while. I don't upload all the time because I do this podcast, and by the time I'm done this podcast, I don't know if I can really pick up a camera, It's just how I roll. So, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. It does feel like Monday. For a while there, I felt like I was ahead of the game because last week, I recorded a bunch of these episodes at once. I try to be 2-3 days in advance because you never know when life gets busy. So that's why today's episode is late, like ridiculously late. It's currently 2 p.m. my time. So that tells you by the time this podcast goes up, it's going to be 2:30 my time, which is like 4:30 Eastern time. So you know what? Maybe we'll temporarily change the show to the afternoon drive with JR. No, we're good. We're good. We're still going to keep it this way. But it does make me realize one thing. We are heavily involved in routines because in a few days, your buddy, your pal is going to learn first aid training because as you may or may not know, I am actually in the process of learning a thing or two about first aid, how to save somebody's life. And I'm a little nervous. That's in a few days. I'm going to learn CPR. I'm going to learn, I'm assuming, what can only be described as the Heimlich and other things. Is it the forward thrust nowadays? I know there's an old internet trope that goes around because my friend told me, no, apparently the Heimlich family wanted money out of it. So now it's called the forward thrust. Even my chair agrees. My chair goes forward as I readjust. So yes, today's podcast is in fact being recorded on my phone because I realized while making some edits to my website, I didn't record a podcast today, which is, we will keep the streak going. So join me tomorrow, as hopefully tomorrow we will be on time. But back to the routine. Lately, I've been getting up at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., because it's been summer holidays, right? It's been a great summer holiday with the kids, and they're off for another 24 days or so. And then after that, it's back to school. We went shopping at the local grocery store, and they already have back to school shopping. Some of the Catholic schools are already back in session, and the public schools don't start till September here in Alberta, Canada. And it was kind of that moment, you walk into Walmart and all of a sudden you can smell the smell of pencils, pencil cases, the smell of new Duotangs, vinyl. It's that unmistakable smell that it's back to school, which told me I have to change my sleeping in until 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning routine, because with back to school, I have to get everybody up at 6:30 a.m. Now, you might only have 1, 2, maybe 3 kids. I'm over here with 5 kids, and getting them ready for school, as my wife says, is like getting a herd of turtles out the door. It is next to impossible, but it's possible. The only downside is you have to get up at 6:30 in the morning to get the kids out. Do you remember growing up? You remember getting up in the morning? Was your mother or father the type of person to get you up 6:30 in the morning? Or did they also have problems getting up? So by the time you got up, it was like 7:45 a.m. and maybe your bus shows up at, 8:11. So you barely had time to get yourself put together. Or were you always a get up and go, and next thing you know, as you're waking up, you're, just showing up to school, you're getting dropped off? I remember when I was growing up, my mother did a fairly good job getting me out the door on time, but there were times when I could tell we slept in, we were in a hurry, because there were mornings when I was a kid where it felt like I was still rubbing my eyes, but I was already sitting in my classroom and thinking to myself, what did I even have for breakfast, So what I try to do with my kids is I try to get them ready, get them up by 6:30, and at least they can mope around for a half an hour. And then I kind of become daddy hard butt where, I say, hey, you gotta get up. We gotta go. If you're late for school, that's going to be a character of me as a bad parent if we're late for school. So, we don't want to be late for school and don't want to look like, excuse me, I do not have my life put together. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. So I got up early this morning, is what I'm trying to say in my weird way of talking. I got up early and I'm trying to get my routine back. And then probably about a week before school, maybe 9 days before school, I'm probably going to hopefully get everybody else up at this time as well. Excuse me? Because if they don't have a routine before school, then it's going to be H on wheels to get everybody up and at 'em for school. So let me know if you have a routine, and let me know how were your parents when it came to getting you ready for school. Were you self-sufficient? Were you one of those kids who had parents who were too busy working, so you were trusted to get yourself ready for work or school? Which, when you think about it, school and work are kind of the same thing, right? It teaches you to have a routine. It teaches you to have yourself in line, School, yeah, we're just going there to learn boring things. But when you are older, you're going to work. And because you're going to work, you need to have a routine. You need to know that you have yourself, your butt in gear. So let me know, what kind of routines did you have growing up for school? You can do so by sending us an email. Hopefully by the time this podcast is up, our new email will be up as well. It is, you ready for this? podcast@blindguycomedy.com. podcast@blindguycomedy.com. Send me an email. Let me know your routines. And if that email is bouncing, we do hopefully plan to have that email scheduled to be online and functional at least by Wednesday. But I'm pushing it out there now because these podcasts live forever. And, it's always good. So now you can send me emails of your comments on the show if you do not have a Spotify account, because Spotify is who pushes out our podcast, and not everybody has a Spotify account. So now podcast@blindguycomedy.com is how you can reach me directly for great one-on-one conversations. This is the Midday Show with J.R. Bjornson. Hope you have an incredible remainder of your Monday, August 10th, 2026. We will talk again tomorrow, hopefully at the registered scheduled time, which is 8 a.m. MDT, and of course 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time, or whatever time. These daylight service things, savings time, make no sense to me. Oh, thank you for hanging out with me. This was fun. I'll talk to you soon.